about. I'm back.
He's back!
You'll quickly see it's not worth celebrating.
No, we are so happy to have you back, Kevin.
I appreciate that. I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you again. I missed you, all of you.
I missed you too.
Come on, no one's over there.
And I'm Candace Bailey. Just Candace Bailey. I've been here. We're coming to you live from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
On the old program today, Vanilla Ice.
Yes!
He's going to pimp your house when he stops by to talk about his new renovation show, the Vanilla Ice Project.
So excited.
Cannot wait.
Vanilla Ice.
Some of the internet's biggest sites are going dark tomorrow to protest the Stop Online Piracy Act and Protect IP Act. These are really, really serious. You got to find out how these laws could affect you when we talk to Reddit's co-founder in the loop. Big time discussion today.
Then Tuesdays always mean a visit from Chris Gore.
Yeah.
He'll review new DVDs, including Abduction, which is the shirtless werewolf from Twilight's homage to Taken, and porno comedy Bucky Larson.
Hey!
So there's something for everyone, y'all.
Sure there is.
And we're gonna play Twitter Twister! Live with some help from our audience and a very special guest. Now we're gonna need. Well, I'm not gonna tell you who it is
I'm
yet.
just saying, I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited too. Now we're gonna need your help for Twitter Twister, so tweet your Twister moves to us at AOTS right now.
All right, but first, let's find out what's going on in the crazy world that we live in.
Yes. Oh, Sarah.
I will tell you what, a big news today, guys. It looks like the iPad 3 could be arriving in March.
What?
Plus, Zappos got hacked, and Burger King might soon bring Whoppers to your front door. Learn all the details later in the feed. Back to you guys. Kev, so good to have you back.
Oh my God!
Although I will admit, I had a lot of fun holding down the fort with Candace last week.
I had a lot of fun
It
with
seemed
you
like
too,
the
Sarah.
whole studio, as I said, smells like chamomile and yoga farts. It's very pleasant
It
of
does
you.
not smell like yoga
There was a
bars.
thin layer of glitter all over everything. Like you guys just exploded into wishes and
glitter on her
dreams.
camel toe.
I had a camel toe cake with glitter,
Oh, I
so
missed
that
that.
would be why.
I missed that. I'm sorry I wasn't here for that.
Candiversary.
The what?
It's for my candiversary.
Oh, happy canniversary! I'm sorry. No, it is good to be back, but thank you guys for holding down the fort while I got to go bounce around and drool over tech things.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It looked like you had a lot of fun.
Blast, yeah.
Time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
We are going around the net.
From a recent Utah Jazz game.
Yeah, it turns out that the team's mascot, which is the Jazz Bear,
Yeah.
by the way, it's real, gave one Utah fan a birthday surprise that the rest of the crowd will never forget.
I hope you like cake. This should be delicious. So, everybody, we are going to sing on the count of 3. This should be wonderful. Tell you what, why don't you show everybody the cake so everybody can see this? It's really good looking. It is. Whoa! Happy birthday.
The old red velvet surprise. I honestly don't know which is worse. Is it the fact that the Utah Jazz mascot dropped a flaming cake onto a fan's head?
Yes.
Or the fact that the mascot is actually called the Jazz Bear? Did you guys know it was called the Jazz Bear? That's terrible.
like the Jazz Bear.
Nothing says jazz about that guy.
Maybe it plays jazz music.
But he doesn't have an instrument.
That's true.
Or a hypodermic needle coming out of his arm. There's nothing loathsome or jazzy about him whatsoever. Not even jazz hands.
That's true.
It's a crappy mascot.
Okay,
I take back
I'll agree.
everything I said about Fax Bear. I'm so sorry. Fax Bear. At least Fax Bear has a friggin' fax machine.
Yeah, he does.
I'm apparently too amped up about the Jazz Bear. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go start a petition online to change this.
Please.
Good.
I'm going to go on to the next one.
You should.
This political season has produced a bumper crop of laughs and gropes, but mostly laughs.
Yeah, Stephen Colbert's totally legal super PAC is doing a lot of the work here. He's poking fun at the power of money in politics, and I think it's great.
Yeah.
His latest campaign ad is today's number 4 item.
There's a super PAC supporting you in South Carolina. They released a new ad overnight, taking a very tough shot.
I have not seen this ad.
Corporations, America's greatest institution. Mitt Romney says he's for corporations.
Corporations are people, my friend.
As head of Bain Capital, he bought companies, carved them up, and got rid of what he couldn't use. If Mitt Romney really believes...
Corporations are people, my friend.
Then Mitt Romney is a serial killer. He's Mitt the Ripper.
Mitt Romney, a serial killer.
That's
Mitt the
powerful
Ripper.
stuff. That's powerful
Doesn't
stuff.
that cross the line?
If that's not accurate, I hope they take it down. I don't know if Mitt Romney is a serial killer. That's a question he's going to have to answer. But I know one thing. That sounds like it's superstar actor John Lithgow voicing that, and he played a serial killer on Dexter.
That's so good.
Romney is finally catching on with voters.
Finally, it's Romney's turn. All it took was gropey hands and racist newsletters and homophobic virals and paranoid delusions. That's all it took to befall the competition.
Okay.
Not to get political or anything, I get it, but I'm just...
Thanks, Kevin Amanpour.
Someone's been reading my dream journal.
No,
One of these days, I'll be respected. Nope.
I don't know.
Today's number 3 item comes to us from the show with the smartiest pants on television. It's Jeopardy!
With or without his mustache, host Alex Trebek has been known to dabble in the occasional smarmy comment, but not in today's number 3.
No, although you should listen closely because you can hear him chuckle at one contestant's not safe for TV response.
Punch for 800, please.
A blow to the back of the neck is the punch named for this animal. Mike.
What is a donkey?
No. Betsy.
What is a rabbit punch?
Rabbit, yes.
Ah, rabbit, right. This musical instrument from the brass family can become corroded if exposed to moisture.
What is a rusty trombone?
Correct. This thermally insulated chamber used for heating is native to the Netherlands.
What is a Dutch oven?
Yes. Let's do one more. This riverboat is known to ply the waters in central Ohio.
What is a Cleveland steam?
What's the point of the tap line?
I don't know. I like it.
It didn't even make a noise. It was just an awkward slam.
I was going to do my own, but I thought that's the bad noise, right?
Sure. They're all bad. It's fine. It's fine. But now...
And now we have a Donkey 2 for Tuesday.
Hooray! My favorite part of Tuesdays.
Mine too. It's a glorious ad from the Archie McPhee novelty toy catalog.
Things are about to get very meta.
Okay. Whoa.
For those keeping score at home, which should be all of you, that was the dumbest clip from Jeopardy next to a thoughtful video of a donkey's bottom. So sorry. So sorry. Still ahead, though, we have a very sexy pool fail.
Bikinis away at our number 1 ATM. By a lady in a bikini.
Yeah.
Now, who isn't excited by the thought of that?
Slight spoiler. The dancing lady might be your mom.
Oh.
And it doesn't end well.
Dancing to the professionals.
Yeah. At least, you know, she ended up on her back, which is where she's most comfortable.
Kevin.
And Anything can happen at the Days Inn when you're poolside, man. You gotta watch out. Sexy times at the Ramada. I did once see a dancer fall off stage. She broke her arm. However, she kept dancing, even with the newfound forearm flexibility. And do you know why?
Why,
Because
Kevin?
she cared about the craft.
I bet she did. To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/aroundthenet.
Hey folks, it's a new year, and in honor of humanity's potentially final year of existence, we want to give you guys at home more chances to be on our show. It's the least we can do. We want to give back and say thanks.
And we are continuing today with a brand new game. We need your help to play. It's time for Twitter Twister! Compete against each other, but instead of using the spinner, we're gonna get our next moves from the Twitter wall.
Bam! Of course, while we're playing, we need someone to help us out, and we are so happy and very excited that we've tracked down the reigning world twister champion himself.
Yes!
You guys, of course you know him, Craig, the Twistacutioner Da Silva! Yeah, bring him out!
Who's ready to play some Twister? No, you're not. Official Twister setup rules dictate that players' shoes must be removed and set aside or anchor the corners of the mat. So take off your shoes, Pereira, you idiot! And you too, Candace.
They're off.
Hey, listen,
They're off.
Take it easy, Craig. We got this.
You may call me the Twistacutioner.
Okay, now we're ready, Craig. Twistacutioner. We're ready.
Okay, all right. Can we just play now?
Let's twist!
Hold on a second, what is this, amateur hour? The International Twister Association has determined the setup for a two-player match is as follows. Pay attention, please. Players must face each other from opposite ends of the mat near the word Twister.
Hey, that's what we're doing.
Exactly what we're doing right now, buddy.
Your feet should be placed on the yellow and blue circles closest to you.
Okay.
Is that a known I've never played it that way. I didn't know.
Oh, excuse me. You've never played it that way. Well, are you the 6-time reigning world champion of Twister? Right.
No, I'm not.
No, exactly.
I'm not.
Do you currently hold the title of Twistacutioner?
No, I do not, Craig.
I didn't think so. No, that's Twistacutioner! Now get your feet on those damn circles and let's play some Twister!
All right. Let's play some Twister already.
At 62, Chevy says right foot red.
Right foot red.
Yeah.
I'm already mixed up.
Mediocre move.
What?
At Poop Cola Yum. Right hand blue.
Right hand blue. Boom.
Yeah.
What's up, princess?
What's up?
Abysmal.
Oh, abysmal.
At David 04201984.
Really?
Left foot green.
Uh-oh. All right, come back. Watch your back. Get him out.
Listen, occupying the same circle is not a laughing matter. It is a violation of official Twitter rules and grounds from expulsion from the Twister Arena.
Guys, stop. Can we just stop? Please stop the damn music, please. Thank you, guys. I'm so, look, I mean, thanks for coming by, dude, but I think we're good without you. Candace and I just want to play. We want to have a good time. We just want to have some fun. So we don't really.
Impossible. I am the Twistacutioner. You cannot have fun without adhering to the time-honored rules of Twister. So says the Twistacutioner.
Okay, you know what, Craig? take it from here. We're good. Thank you.
We're good.
But the rules are.
Yeah.
I feel like this is about more than Twister for you, buddy. What's going on? Talk to us. You all right?
There's dust on this book.
You're crying
No,
right now.
there's dusty book. Someone is smoking. Who's smoking?
No one's smoking.
Stop smoking in here. It's in my eyes.
It's okay, Craig. You can tell us what's going on.
Candace,
Yeah.
all I ever wanted was for people to respect the rules of Twister. I mean, if you truly love the game, you have to love the rules.
Well,
That's fine, Twistacutioner, but sometimes you can have more fun.
okay, stop that! Touching moment.
Sometimes you can have more fun just playing the game.
Yes.
How? What do you do when when all 6 color circles are covered and that color comes up again? I mean, you need rules to guide you or it'll be complete chaos.
No. You just shuffle everyone's hands and feet around.
Yeah, that's
We're all
what you
friends
do.
here.
But the rules stay.
Candace, please.
Sorry, we had to do it. We had to do it.
I have a new rule for you. Play Twister with us
Yes.
for fun.
Really? With no rules?
Nope, none whatsoever.
I've dreamed of this day all my life. What fun! Who needs rules?
No one.
Let's play!
The government is trying to all the magic has been shattered! The government is handcuffing the internet. We're going to explain SOPA, HIPAA, and what they mean to you in the loop. And later, Vanilla Ice will be here live. Stick around, everybody!
What happens next?
This death-dealing vampire is about to meet her match. So what happens next? Does she get attacked by an army of humans? Does she duke it out with a new hybrid species of vampires? Or does she get a lichen surprise? We'll have the answer after the break.
So what do you have to taste them with?
We've got bread and lube and olive oil aren't that far removed, so it's, it's kind of the same thing.
What happens next?
This death-dealing vampire is about to meet her match. So what happens next? Does she get attacked by an army of humans? Does she duke it out with a new hybrid species of vampires? Or does she get a lichen surprise? Underworld Awakening opens in 3D in theaters Friday.
All the news you need to know. Feed.
I'm Sarah Underwood. It's Tuesday, January 17th, and here are your top stories. Straight from the front lines of Cupertino, there's word that the iPad 3 is already in motion. And so are Apple's plans to take on textbooks. News came out late last week that Apple's overseas facilities were ramping up production on the next-gen iPad, which sources say will sport a faster quad-core processor, sharper screen, and LTE speeds. In related news, Apple is hosting an event this Thursday not to announce the new tablet, but to talk education. Insiders are saying they plan to, quote, digitally destroy textbooks by creating GarageBand-like software so anyone can make interactive ebooks optimized for, you guessed it, the iPad. Of course, we won't know for sure until Apple takes the stage on Thursday. As for that new iPad, sources say it will start shipping as soon as February with an early March release. Now, have you been shopping for shoes online lately?
Of course.
Yeah, well, it's time to change your passwords because Zappos was hacked. Over the weekend, the Amazon-owned e-tailer began notifying their 24 million customers that their passwords and personal information were compromised in a cyber attack. The leaked info includes customers' names, email addresses, and billing and shipping addresses, but luckily no credit card information. So instead of getting your identity stolen, you'll just get more spam in your inbox. Awesome! Now, are you in the mood for a fat, greasy burger but don't feel like getting off your lazy ass? Yeah. Well, fast food may soon come straight to your door. That's right, yes! If driving up to a window in your car was just too much work for you. I know, Burger King is said to be testing at-home delivery in the DC area. If all goes well, which most likely it will, the King plans to expand home delivery to other cities and more chains will likely follow suit. Next step, pneumatic food tubes in your living room. And finally, you may have heard some big developments with the saga surrounding the Stop Online Piracy Act as of late. Well, more sites are joining tomorrow's blackout, and now the president is weighing in. It's time to talk SOPA.
What if you woke up and some of the biggest sites on the internet just weren't there? Well, that's exactly what will happen tomorrow when several top sites, including Reddit and Wikipedia, go dark to protest SOPA, the Stop Online Piracy Act, and PIPA, the Protect IP Act. These bills were introduced to help the entertainment industry combat copyright infringement, estimated to cost companies $200 billion a year. But critics claim the bills go too far, creating blacklists of possible offenders, censoring search engine results, obliterating the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and crippling free speech and creativity. Until recently, it seemed that nothing could stop SOPA and PIPA from passing. But late last week, things began to change. Both the House and Senate postponed pivotal votes on the bills, and then for the first time, the Obama administration publicly came out against the bills in their current form. So what do sites like Reddit hope to accomplish with their protests? Are SOPA and PIPA's days numbered, or is this the calm before the storm? Lights out, it's The Loop. All right, joining me from New York to help us make sense of it all, co-founder of Reddit, Alexis Ohanian is here, everybody. How are you, Alexis?
Doing very well, thank you.
Good, thank you for joining us. I know you've been very outspoken on this issue, so personally I want to thank you as well. We are all huge Reddit fans here at Attack of the Show. And you're going dark tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Other sites are following suit. We got Wikipedia, Boing Boing, I think WordPress is one. I'm really concerned that this will be the most productive day in G4 history with Reddit going down. But, why? Why are you doing this to us? Why take your site offline now?
Well, you know what? This legislation, if it had existed back in 2005 when Steve Huffman and I started Reddit from a little apartment in Medford, Massachusetts, there'd be no Reddit today. In fact, so many of the startups, so many of the companies that are powered by user-generated content simply wouldn't have existed. And what we're looking at right now is just, it's a matter of saving our industry. And we've got a bunch of bad legislation that's been written by lobbyists. And the great success that's come from all this is real Americans, not just entrepreneurs, not just venture capitalists, just Americans, internet users who want to save their internet have spoken up. And the House of Representatives has heard, and we're making sure to get the message through to the Senate tomorrow.
Well, let's clarify that for the folks at home who are hearing this and they say, well, why wouldn't Reddit or YouTube exist if this legislation were there? Is it because it's against cat macros and there's anti-narwhal issues in there? Like, what is it specifically that stops your site from existing?
Now, I have not seen anything that is particularly anti-bacon in any of this legislation.
Good.
If that were the case, I think we'd have a much bigger, even bigger public outcry. But the problem is that the language is so vague. You can tell this was written by lobbyists, not technologists, that a site like Reddit would even be considered a search engine. And what that means is that we would have to be responsible for monitoring all of the content that is produced on the site by our users, because should any of it connect to some illegal material, the site Reddit would be deemed illegal and action could be taken against us.
Right, and that's not direct action against the user that posts it. I mean, the wording of SOPA is so vague that they could essentially pull the plug on your site, restrict DNS access to it, so that way a user couldn't even visit the site whatsoever. Your whole production is taken offline.
When you've got legislation that is so terrifying, it doesn't just affect existing companies like Reddit, like YouTube, Twitter, etc. It affects all of the future Reddits and YouTubes and Twitters. All the entrepreneurs right now who are in cafes, hacking away at their laptops, are potentially building the next billion-dollar company. And if these bills, either one of them, were to pass, all of a sudden you can kiss those entrepreneurs goodbye. Maybe they could go to Canada to try starting their new company.
Yeah, it seems like you'd be for the bill, though, because Reddit is already a huge success. Why not eliminate the competition when you have a chance, you know?
You know what? I do love a free and fair internet even more than I love Reddit protecting itself. In fact, this actually speaks to one of the important parts of the bill, or important parts of the matter. It's that we're an industry that prides itself on innovation. And you know what? If someone builds a better Reddit, great, good for them. That is progress. And we're fighting against an industry that has spent $94 million last year lobbying to get this bill written. That money could have probably been better invested actually innovating.
Right. So, Alexis, let me ask you, because you've been, again, incredibly outspoken about this. You've spoken to those in power that actually have the ability to change these laws and affect them. Is this clearly an issue of, oh, my pocket's open, let's let those lobbyist dollars come in there and I don't care? Or is it just a lack of education on the congressmen or senators' parts?
You know, unfortunately, it's a little bit of both. The great thing that we've seen from this is, like I said, Americans standing up and saying, no, this is bad legislation, clearly written by lobbyists, we need to put this to an end. But the other side of it is, there aren't that many representatives and senators who have really spoken up with an understanding of what this bill entails. In fact, one of the strongest critics in the House, Representative Polis, he is a successful tech entrepreneur. It should be no surprise that as a successful tech entrepreneur and active League of Legends gamer, he really understands what this is about. And because he has a technical understanding, he is one of the most outspoken critics in Congress right now.
Well, so SOPA and PIPA, they've kind of been taken out. Even Obama came out and said that his administration's against it, which, if history is our guide, doesn't mean much. But that's okay. At least it's something. It's a show of something. But there's a third bill now, Senator Wyden and Senator Issa's Open Bill, which is the Online Enforcement and Protection of Digital Trade Act. I mean, it seems like there's it's like whack-a-mole. It's legislative whack-a-mole. Here we raise awareness for two, and here's a third one. Is it as bad as the other two? And do we need to keep on our toes and raise awareness for this?
It is a much more surgical strike, whereas this is, you know, Open is more of a scalpel, PIPA and SOPA are more like a sledgehammer.
Right.
The good news is that it's at least been written with some technologists at the table, and it's a much better place to start. I would be much, much happier if we could just stop the discussion about PIPA and SOPA, get them off the table, and start anew with Open and bring actual technologists. We're very interested in fighting piracy, but we want to do it intelligently, because a lot of the best ways to fight piracy will actually probably end up coming from the private sector. Just innovating ways to beat out what pirates have to offer.
Well, Alexis, again, I appreciate you being so outspoken and taking a daring risk by pulling your site offline. Thank you to Reddit and all your users as well for keeping everybody in the loop. We appreciate it. Alexis Ohanian, everybody. What will I do tomorrow between 8 and 8? Work? Good. Now let's go over to Candace Bailey.
Thanks, Kev. Hey, where's Gina Carano faced off against Blair Herter? Unfortunately, he returned in one piece.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Especially if that woman is MMA powerhouse Gina Carano. In Haywire, she plays a secret agent hell-bent on revenge after a double crossing puts her on the run.
You could pull any scene from that movie and you know it's a Soderbergh scene. How does he bring the Soderbergh, so to speak, to a movie?
What shocked me completely about him is how fast he shoots. Very little use of elements like lighting or stuff like that. Practically we were working with real light. He is practically editing at the same time that he's shooting. isn't there someone you should be calling to bring help?
A guy like Steven Soderbergh, this guy is an insanely huge director. I imagine you were incredibly nervous even approaching this project.
Well, I didn't know who he was when I met him.
Really?
When I got the opportunity.
Never let him hear you say that.
He knows that. I didn't know. I really didn't even know what a director does. We all think that we're such experts when we're sitting there watching films.
Yeah.
But then when you're a part of something, you're like, holy the director is the visionary.
Typically going into training for this type of thing, you've got to worry about the other actor and, you choreograph things, but now you're actually in a fight sequence against somebody who could legitimately kill you.
I never felt for a moment that Gina was going to hurt me in any way. I mean, I'd been working with her for some time when we shot the fight. The only time she hurt me was when I punched her in the head by accident and then almost broke my hand.
You're not really worried about hurting her because she's pretty indestructible, I think, but you are worried about pissing her off. You don't want to do that. No, I've been a fan of hers, signed my t-shirt fan, and I had to tell all the rest of the actors who she was because I don't really think they follow MMA like I do. You can't believe that for a living she's going into cages and rings and beat the crap out of other people.
Are you terrified at all that you may have just had the most ideal first experience of all time, and it's only downhill from here?
Not at all. Never panic, never give up. I found something that I can express myself in, and I hope to just get better with it.
You want me to be eye candy? MI6 wants me to be eye candy?
Mallory, you were the eye.
I watched the movie all the way through, watched all of the credits. Nobody thanked your beard. Your beard was magnificent, and it got no credit.
It's mine. It's mine. Well, actually, all the first part of the movie is mine. Only in the last two scenes is not mine.
You shattered the illusion there, but I appreciate you telling me the truth, though. But it was great.
Diplomatic plates. There is an emergency. Slap them on.
Haywire. Pissing off a woman has never been more dangerous.
You got to interview Gina last week, right?
I did. Are you
While
jealous?
I was running around
You were
Vegas?
gone.
A little bit. What I
Yeah.
missed?
Did you know that her first day on set, she broke her pinky finger because she was
Like
doing
as a show of
fight.
solidarity or something?
No, she was doing a fight scene and she broke it, but she didn't tell anyone because she was scared.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You will hold up production because you have to pee.
Of course. When you gotta pee, you gotta pee, y'all.
People don't know that. Like 5 seconds to showtime, Candace is like, I'm going. I don't care. You guys go live. It's
I
gonna
have
happen.
to pee a lot. I'm
I know.
sorry.
That's why we have your bucket. We learned. Hey, stay tuned. Vanilla Ice is here live. I'm gonna chat with him. Maybe we'll break pinkies together.
No, don't break
We
it.
probably won't.
Don't break it.
Check it. Vanilla Ice was a rapper-actor that fought detractors, and now he's a home contractor fraught with safety factors. What?
Holy moly! We got a flash flood out here, and we got to get our footers poured. We got our concrete mixing truck right here. It's full of concrete. We got to pour these things in today.
Out there with the pipe. Hurry, 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 hurry. Right now it's chaos and mayhem. There it goes. There you go. Let it run out. It's good. We're good.
Looks great.
Let's pour it. Woo!
Ready to pour this concrete, baby. Rain or shine. Ain't nothing gonna stop us. We all came through. Cinder block will be here tomorrow. We can pop our collar and holler because we succeeded today.
Please welcome back Vanilla Ice, everybody. And I say welcome back because as longtime Attack of the Show fans, which there are 3, they may recall you were a co-host for like 6 solid minutes on the show. Congratulations.
That's it. Absolutely, man. It's a fantastic time.
So clearly it worked out for you. There it is. Unfortunately, I'm still here. Nothing you can do without talent. But clearly, I know that was really a launch pad for you. So you're welcome. I know that things took off. The phone wouldn't stop ringing.
Sorry about those royalty checks, man. They're coming.
Yeah, I bet they are. I bet they are. So let's talk about this show, Vanilla Ice Project, 2nd season?
Yep, season 2.
But this isn't like, because I always see these shows when they go like a bus driver moved that bus, and then people on there don't really do anything. I don't know about that show specifically, but it's always let's attach somebody to a home makeover show or whatever, or a music show, and they don't actually do music.
Right.
This is something you care about. This is something that you've been doing for a long while.
This is something I've done since back in the day, 16 years. I mean, first time we put a camera to it, and it's just taken off, and it's fantastic. But it's not some staged event where they take a celebrity and make a show around it.
Right.
It actually came together in 18 hours. I got a phone call from Matt Levine in New York, and he says, thinking about doing a home renovation show, are you still doing home? Because one of the questions they asked me, they did a bio on me. What do you do that most people wouldn't know about you? And I says, I don't know, real estate. I made good investments. I didn't end up like MC Hammer. And, but I mean, and they're like, really? And then they said, do you mind if we film it? I go, I really didn't think it would be that interesting. I think, who wants to see somebody paint a house or anything?
Right.
And I'm okay. And then we did it, and that was season 1. And the thing came together. He flew in the next day, and it was really fast. But
did Hammer call you up to renovate his house?
No, but I will if he has one.
He doesn't.
I love you, Hammer.
That's true. You don't
can't touch this.
God, I want this to be a new feud. I really want this to be a big thing.
No,
he's gonna
Hammer,
Skype
man.
you from his studio apartment and be like, what?
No, he's probably already tweeting me right now.
I'm sure he is, because clearly he's not working. But I don't.
Just a joke. Have a laugh.
They went to Hammer. But now, when you were doing this was 16 years. You were 16 when you first bought like property, or was it 16 years ago that you started buying up property like mad? Like, how did you get into this?
I basically, when I was 16 years old, I did Ice Ice Baby, and I came into a lot of money, and I figured, let me just buy.
16, that blows my mind. It's incredible.
16, and so I bought a home here in Laurel Canyon and over in Bleecker Street in the Village in New York, and like to snowboard, so got a little place in Snowbird, Utah. Never saw him once. 3 years, went on tour, came back, said that was the worst investment. Why did I buy these? It's stupid. Let's sell them. So we sold them. Literally made millions of dollars. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's that easy.
Right.
And I said, let's buy some more. So I did.
Round 2. Let's go.
And it worked out well. We know that the market's definitely changed. That was when it was really good, and you could just do that. Slap some paint, some carpet, and sell them. But it's changed now. But
so how has it changed? Like, what do you need to do now? Do you need to really pimp somebody's house and put in a roller disco, or?
No, not so much, man. The truth behind it is that you need to stay below the appraised value. Check the comps. That means, like, what are the houses in the same square footage in your neighborhood going for? Make sure you stay below that appraised value. And the great thing is that it's better today than ever, because you can buy, most people have heard of short sales and foreclosures, but you can buy tax liens, you can go to auctions and get, literally pennies on the dollar. Most foreclosures and short sales, they look good on paper. They're very hard to get because the banks, you would think that this house has been sitting here for 3 years. People want to get rid of it, but they don't. The banks want to hold on to it because they get more money from Obama, the bailout money and all that. So they hold on to that inventory.
So let's say you're a 25-year-old dude at home, and you're staring at an Xbox controller and a vaporizer, and you're wondering, what's my next move? What should it be for them? Should they actually go out and try to get a place right now? Or?
Oh, absolutely. It should be location, location, location. And
So
you're in the wrong location right now.
So something that's near a dispensary.
Get out of the seat. It's not going to land in your lap.
Love it.
You need to work.
I love it. And do they just, Rob, get in the tractor. Let's go see do you know how to operate that thing?
Oh,
or is
yeah,
that a
I do it
stage
all.
thing?
No, it's more like I'm going to get the tractor. What are you doing now? I just pull up in the tractor. I said, I got to get this water out of here like you just saw. It was raining. But, yeah, I'm very random. I'll walk around and grab a piece of machinery if I'm bored and start doing work. But, it's fun because I get in there and swing a hammer with these guys. And
man, this is I cannot wait to see the Twitter battle explode. But I love that you're the real deal, Rob, and I love that you get in there, and it's an awesome show to watch. So thanks for coming.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me on, man.
Vanilla Ice, everybody. Thanks for coming back on, sir.
Thank you, brother.
As always, the new season of the Vanilla Ice Project airs this Saturday on the DIY Network. We love you, Hammer. Chris Gore is up next.
Word to your mother, Hammer.
He's reviewing Abduction and Bucky Larson. Stick around, everybody. What are you going to do when he says...
3D glasses, be damned! You no longer need them. The horror! The horror! Oh, God. I never...
Welcome back, film expert Chris Gore.
Thank you, folks.
All right,
Thank
Chris,
you.
what's up first? course.
Let's get right into it. Abduction with Taylor Lautner.
All right. Now, we know Taylor Lautner from the Twilight films, but how is he as leading man with the shirt on?
He's so great in those Twilight movies that nobody cares about here.
No, he's just, like, shirtless.
Well,
that's all people care about.
This is one of those rare cases. We've seen this movie a million times before. It's a thriller where he's on the run and he's fighting Alfred Molina, basically Doc Ock, but you're rooting for the villains.
Really?
You're rooting for the villains. Please get this annoying kid.
Oh, okay. So bottom line?
Bottom line, pass on this, folks. Yeah.
All right, first one's a pass.
Yeah. Stick to being a werewolf, I guess.
What's our next DVD?
Next one is Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star.
Okay, now this comedy about an up-and-coming porn star didn't do so well at the box office. What do you think the problem was with the film?
Well, first of all, I like the subject matter. You know, it's set
I'm sure you do.
It's set in the adult film industry. But this is a one-joke movie. This is the whole joke of the movie. He's got buck teeth. He's got buck teeth.
Really?
If I were a buck-toothed American, I would be upset with this film. In fact,
that's all it was about.
If I were the movies, I'd be embarrassed for this movie. And it's also it's directed by Tom Brady. It's directed by Tom Brady, and I'm thinking like, okay, great, he's doing well in the playoffs with the New England Patriots. But he should stick to that and not directing bad movies. Or if it's not the same Tom Brady, change your name.
Yeah, do you think it's the same Tom Brady?
Just a thought. Just a thought.
All right, what's the bottom line?
Pass.
I gotta guess
One of the worst films I've ever seen.
Oh, God.
Terrible.
All right, I won't watch it.
Good.
What else do you have to check out?
The Ides of March.
This I really want to see. This political drama thriller features an all-star cast: George Clooney, Ryan Gosling, my love, Marissa Tomei, Philip Seymour Hoffman. But is this film an Oscar contender?
Well, it's definitely Oscar bait, I'll tell you that. This is one of those that filmmakers will make because they want to win Oscars. But also, it really stands up. I mean, Gosling is great in it. Aren't you happy?
I'm so
Aren't you happy he's good in it?
Of course he's great in it.
Yeah, but it starts off like this sort of uplifting political film that turns really dark. There's like a right turn or maybe a left turn. Depends on where you stand. But especially with what's going on politically, you know, we've got an election this year. Although I have to say, I love Mitt Romney's new firmware update. I think it's incredible. I think it's amazing. I love the new Romney. But yeah, this movie, it's really dark. If you can stand that, you really enjoy it.
Okay, what's the bottom line?
Bottom line is rent it. Definitely make a point to see it.
Good, we got one good one in there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, Chris Gore.
Thank you.
Be sure to check out Chris's Podcrash podcast at Podcrash Show.
Yikes at it!
Hey, you're not Chris. It's time for today's epic fail.
You know the circus has crazy extreme names for things, right?
Yeah.
Crazy?
Like the Trapeze of Terror.
Exactly, yeah,
or
exactly.
the Cannon of Carnage.
Yeah, you got it, you got it. Well, today, it's the Ball of Death.
Ooh. Hurts worse, or if it's just more embarrassing.
Column A, column B, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks to Vanilla Ice and Chris Gore. I feel like I say that every single day. Also, thanks to Sarah Underwood, Blair Herder, Alexis Ohanian, and of course, the great Chris Jericho, everybody.
Yes!
Twist the Q-Show!
Don't put your TV over disgusting!